What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And today we are going to talk about who will win Royal Rumble 2021. It is the new year, so first and foremost, Happy New Year, everybody. The first thing that comes into our minds as a wrestling fan in the new year is the Royal Rumble, especially if you're a WWE fan. Others would say Wrestle Kingdom over in New Japan, but for us WWE fans, it is the Royal Rumble, and we are discussing who could win it. I have put together a short list of 3 men and 3 women that we're going to discuss today who I think are really credible candidates to win the WWE Royal Rumble. I have a couple reasons why I think it's going to be these guys, which I'll also explain today. But of course, like any other time, I want to hear from you guys. Please put down below in the comments who you think is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumbles this month. So before we get into the video, hit the thumbs up button, like the video, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into it. Who will win the WWE Royal Rumble 2021? So we'll start with the men's Royal Rumble, and I'm going to say Sheamus. Right now, as I'm recording this at the end of December, Sheamus is one of the most credible people right now on TV that could win the Royal Rumble, because he has so much history with Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion, right now that it is just written in the stars. They've been doing this little bromance thing on TV. Sheamus can walk into the Royal Rumble. He could beat everybody in the Royal Rumble and walk out the #1 contender to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. I think it's very easy to book. I don't necessarily think that Sheamus should go on and win the WWE Championship, but the story with him and Drew, it's just there. I think it's just a very easy way for both men to get this big match that they've always wanted in their careers. Both guys up against each other. And to be honest, if this was going to be a WrestleMania to take place in England, I would say 100% this is what they're doing. They may not do this. This is just one of my 3 choices, but I do think Sheamus is a very, very credible name that could win the Royal Rumble. It's just easy. It's very easy to do. The story's already there. And yeah, he could be a very good villain for Drew, who is this knight in shining armor. Everyone will go and boo Sheamus. People will love Drew. He'll get the applause that they want for him. And yeah, I think this is very possible that they could do. So I'm going to say Sheamus as one of the names. Another name that I think could win the men's Royal Rumble is the limitless one, Keith Lee. This is someone that they've been keeping very close to the top, to the main event scene on Raw since he debuted. He hasn't had great success on Raw just as of yet, and as I'm recording this, he has just won a #1 contenders match against Sheamus to face Drew on the first Raw of the year. So maybe, I don't know, he could come back around to the WWE Championship through winning the Royal Rumble. He's always been booked very strongly. It is just a matter of, are they going to pull the trigger and do it? They have also rumored of a triple threat match at WrestleMania: Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar. So this could be one way to get there as well. And you know, a couple months ago we saw the WWE 24 that they done for Keith Lee. I think it was one of the 24 documentaries that they put on. And you know, this is just another way to show they are thoroughly invested in somebody, in my opinion. So Keith Lee could be a possible other name to win the Royal Rumble. And traditionally, the Royal Rumble is used to kind of propel someone to the main event, make someone very credible. This is someone they've kept around the main event scene, and this could be the final push to get to the big one. So yeah, Keith Lee is another name for me that could win it. Last but not least, possible winners for the men's Royal Rumble. I've got to go with it, even though I don't want it to happen. It's Goldberg. Now, we know that Goldberg wants to take on Roman Reigns. How else is he going to get there? He's not even on TV right now. But a surprise appearance in the Rumble, he comes in at number 30, spears a couple guys, throws them over the top. Goldberg could win the Royal Rumble. And that is something being added to his CV, because Goldberg has never won a Royal Rumble, you know? So not only is it the fact that he can go on to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. He's still getting an accolade he has never achieved before, and that's winning the Royal Rumble. So it doesn't really make a new star, but it gets them to what they want to do. And remember, this was meant to be the WrestleMania match for 2020, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg, Universal Championship on the line. So, you know, we all want The Rock, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So we may just have to settle with Goldberg for this year. At least he doesn't win the championship, I would like to think. But yeah, I think we can't discount Goldberg as a possible winner for the Men's Royal Rumble match. So let's move on to the Women's Royal Rumble match. Again, I've got 3 names that could possibly win the Royal Rumble this year. All first time winners as well. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see who comes out on top. We'll start with someone from NXT, Rhea Ripley. Now, for me, Rhea Ripley has been spinning her wheels in NXT all year, really. Since she's faced Charlotte at Royal Rumble, she's just been in NXT, a bit of an afterthought in what is the best women's division in the world, without a doubt. She hasn't really been at the forefront of it. She's been in and around the title scene, but even she admitted that she expected to be on the main roster by now. And there's no other great way to get her there than a Royal Rumble win. Maybe by then, Charlotte may be the Raw Women's Champion, and we get a rematch of the WrestleMania 2020 match, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte, and who knows, Rhea Ripley may just get the win this time round. But yeah, I think Rhea Ripley has got to be a name spoken about for the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match. She is brilliant. It wouldn't be completely unbelievable because she is a powerhouse, and I would love to see someone new and fresh and someone from NXT come up to the main roster and win the Royal Rumble match. So I can't lie, I've got some change on Rhea Ripley to win this. Another name that could be a first-time winner of the Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair. This woman is incredible. She's an incredible athlete. She's very believable, very comfortable on the mic. She just looks like she was absolutely born to do this, and there is no better way to show that she is the strongest, the roughest, the toughest, I'm stealing her gimmick now, than to make her win the Royal Rumble in a completely dominating fashion. It wouldn't be squashing the roster, but yet putting over everything that she says she is, and giving her a main event match at WrestleMania against possible champion Sasha Banks at the time. And we've seen her and Sasha Banks team up in recent weeks on SmackDown, so it would be very, very interesting to see those two butt heads. Bianca Belair has got to be spoken about. She's got to be in the conversation for someone to win the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't think she's my first choice. I'm going to get onto my first choice in a second, but her name has got to be there, and that's why I've included her in my top 3 picks. Last but not least, a possible winner for the Women's Royal Rumble match, and my personal pick, Bayley. I think Bayley has had a terrific 2020. She has been on another level. Sasha Banks came back and joined her, and those two have been on another level. They've had their feud in 2020. Bayley has since dropped the SmackDown Women's Championship to Sasha Banks. Bayley's still been in and around that main picture on SmackDown, and I don't think there's anything better than giving Bayley a Royal Rumble win where she gets to have another go at Sasha Banks on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Bayley would absolutely tear the house down at WrestleMania. Despite it maybe not being the WrestleMania we've all dreamed of this year because of everything around the pandemic, put those two on a big stage and they are going to deliver. That is an absolute given, and who knows, because of the story, the backstory in these two's feud, this could be the main event of WrestleMania this year. Who knows? So I think Bayley has been an incredible act all year round. She's done it all. She's a Grand Slam champion. You know, she's even won Money in the Bank. Royal Rumble is one thing Bayley hasn't won before, and this could be the final feather in that cap of winning everything that she could possibly win as a WWE superstar. So Bayley is my number 1 pick, and yeah, it is basically because I think they're gonna do Sasha Banks versus Bayley at WrestleMania. So guys, those are my possible picks, men and women that could possibly win the 2021 WWE Royal Rumble match. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my picks, or do you think I'm forgetting somebody? I wanted to put the likes of Biggie, Kevin Owens in there, Charlotte Flair, of course, we can't forget her powers, but I think I'm going to go with these three men and women, and I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble matches for the men and the women this month? Put it down below in the comments. Again, if you like this video, please remember to give us a big thumbs up, smash that like button. It's thoroughly appreciated right here at WrestleManiac UK, and it does loads for the channel, so I appreciate it every time you guys hit that thumbs up button. And make sure, if you're new here especially, you have subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.